Greetings, everybody. It is Big Sky bicycle ride, the end of day 4 here. Where in Norway are we? Lillestrand?
Lillesand,
Lillesand. What does that mean in Norwegian?
the little sand.
The Little Sand. We go way back as musical friends in the Twin Cities in Minneapolis, Minnesota. We actually met on a golf course for the same booking agency that booked me as a jazz group. Kevin was with an a cappella group. And we both fell into a conversation between the third and fourth hole about the German poet Rilke, and discovered that we had a love for poetry and literature and music. Kevin sang a song on one of my albums back in 2010, and I have visited Kevin and his wife in Oslo before. And I will let you pick up the thread. You heard I was coming to Norway.
Yeah, so I've followed George's adventures for many years, and I've been very inspired by the biking and especially the sort of educational aspect of teaching kids about, what it means to meet cultures on two wheels, but also just the personal journey of like being out there on the road, whether it's across the United States or around Iceland or in Vietnam. It's just super inspiring to follow along. So this time I thought, okay, I am going to be bold and I'm going to say, hey, George, I am learning how to bike pack. I've never done it before. Can I come along? And you were kind enough to say, sure.
Heck yeah.
And not only that, he gave me some gear that I needed, that I was missing. So George, as always, is a very generous friend, and he's invited me along. So I've been acting as a kind of a local guide and learning the ropes. Here's my rig, by the way. It's a very sturdy but lower class model to what George is riding, both in weight and in quality, because I'm not doing it for nearly as long as he is. I'm just along for 3 days. But point being, we started a few days ago. It's been great. We're on Plan C. Plan A was going to culminate in a concert off the western coast of Norway, but Storm Hans intervened and blocked rail transit to Trondheim.
Hans says you cannot come this way. You must go another way.
You cannot come here.
That's a German accent, not a Norwegian accent, but you get the point.
Yeah, so Hans said no, and we said, okay, we're going to tackle this with Zen aplomb. And so we took Plan B, and Plan B was to drive to Molde. Plan B was also canceled by Hans. So now we're on Plan C, which is where the good weather is on the south coast. And so I've introduced George to the Riviera of Norway, which is this stretch between like Arendal and Kristiansand. And we're on a lake right now. It's pretty nice.
Raining.
And it just started to rain. But it's been really sunny and nice up until now. And there's like blueberries on the path down from the road, and we ate some raspberries today.
You can stop your bike and eat berries in Norway.
They're free. It's socialism. But
Yay, socialism.
the taxes are high, but the berries are free. So this is our brief summary. Should we?
So yeah, yesterday more compromise and improvisation happened. We actually had our first night of tenting and built the bikes. And yesterday was supposed to be the first day where the bikes hit the pavement. And we were just starting out a bike path, and there was this wonderful bridge over a fast-moving river. And we said, we need to take a selfie to commemorate the beginning of the journey. And I saw Kevin placing his phone, what I thought was on a metal ledge that ran across the base of the bridge by the crosswalk. Because the metal ledge, I thought, had a ledge underneath it, a lip. And I basically lined up my phone with this metal ledge and let go of it, and it went 20 feet straight down into a river, and then to the bottom of the river, like gone. And we both like looked at each other.
Yeah.
And you finish the story while I throw the rain fly on my tent.
So we've had good practice in accepting conditions as they are, and trying to do what we can with what we have. And, that's the lesson when it comes to bike packing is you adjust, and you find the berries where you find them, and you find your restaurants where you find them as well. So here's my American Norwegian greetings from a good friend of George, who has only grown in my admiration for not only the musician. We've lost our concert because of this, but it's like, that's okay. We'll play again together.
Yeah. And I'll have to find a different way to tell stories. I happen to have a small iPad on my bike because it was going to provide the music that I would follow as we did our concert. So we've activated that iPad with a SIM card that works here in Norway. It's kind of hard to be whipping an iPad out while you're riding a bicycle to take pictures of things. So I'm committing things to memory, but I still have a way of communicating. I still somehow have to get a hold of a phone because I'm locked out of my email, my bank account, PayPal, even GoFundMe. I can't even get into GoFundMe because I have to verify my iPhone, which is at the bottom of the Norwegian River, and fish are using it to take selfies of each other. So we're going to find our way around this. I will be stopping random Norwegians saying, can I borrow your iPhone to make a message to my friends? And I'm sure it'll work because they're also friendly here. I want to thank all of you who have donated close to $8,000 from what I last understand, from those on the team who do have access to the GoFundMe account. And we are well on our way to halfway towards our goal. And really, bicycling and bike adventuring and all these sorts of things teach you all sorts of, put you in all sorts of situations where you do have to figure out and troubleshoot. And that's part of the reason I come out here, because this has happened on every ride in every country I've been in. And every situation is unique to itself and is either designed to break you down or to build you up. And I choose to approach to the attitude of building up. You just might be seeing fewer and fewer posts, but we are continuing this journey. And thank you so much for supporting and following along. Cheers. And how do you say...
Tusen takk for oss. Thank you so much to George for providing the inspiration for so many of us who follow along and support him and now and then get to participate. Thank you, George.
Yeah.
It means a lot.
Thanks, Kevin. Cheers.